Welcome back to CryptosRUs. I am George. We're all George. So today, I want to talk about what a lot of people are thinking about. Can Ethereum actually flip above Bitcoin? Because Ethereum is on an absolute tear. It's formed another new high today. It's above 4,100. So can it possibly keep going and flip above Bitcoin? Well, let's have that discussion today and talk about other things that's going on around in the world of crypto. So thanks for tuning in. As always, smash the like, subscribe to the channel if you are new. 2 streams every day, 11:30 and 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. So make sure you hit that notification bell and also follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and now TikTok. So I'm going to get to that in a little bit. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. Let's do this. I apologize a little late today, so had some stuff going on. Here we go. All right, so starting with Bitcoin, so right around 58,000, so roughly the same place as it was yesterday. You know, some people have started wondering what's going on with Bitcoin, and I've been saying this is perfectly normal. Just like 2017, just like previous cycles, just like previous years, Bitcoin tends to go through periods where it just does not move. Right now, it's about 2 months. There have been periods where it's 6 months where Bitcoin simply does not move. Does not mean that Bitcoin is dying. No, it just means that it needs to take a breather. That's it. There is still a lot of institutional interest coming in. There is no doubt. And even celebrities are still FOMOing in. For example, Tom Brady. I mean, I think this is pretty clear that he is jumping into the Bitcoin game, right? So there's still so much demand, so much buying, and there's so much utility and adoption and awareness that's being spread around. So at this point, there's really no fear about Bitcoin, at least for me. I don't fear it. I've seen it before. I just got done talking about my life story in terms of investing a few days ago. And I've seen a lot of these. Going sideways is actually a really good thing. It beats going down 30% every single day like it did in crypto winter. So think of this as a gift. But moving into the main topic, well, what about Ethereum? Because Ethereum is not sitting idle. No, Ethereum is going up and up and up 30% today. And, I mean, not today, up 30% this week and up almost 7% today. And it's really starting to move. It's at 4,200. So just recently, it broke above 3,000. Then it broke above, 3,300, 3,500, 3,700. Now it's 4,200. It just continues higher and higher and higher. And if you look at the difference between Bitcoin and Ethereum right now, the market cap is less than 600. Less than 600 million. So Ethereum only needs to go up about 1.5 times to beat Bitcoin. In fact, it's so big now. It's so big that this is interesting. I'll show you guys this. That Ethereum is coming close to the market cap of JP Morgan. Remember when Bitcoin flipped above JP Morgan and Visa and all these guys, right? And Tesla and all these guys. Now Ethereum is about to do it too. That's how big Ethereum is. If it was a company, if it was a publicly traded company, Ethereum would be at it's actually higher than 19. It would be more like 17 or 16th. It would be the 16th largest company on earth if it was a publicly traded company. So obviously Ethereum is enormous now. They're definitely a big dog. People are paying attention to them. And what's driving them? Well, because of, according to this, there's just a lot of institutional interest, right? There's a lot of institutional interest, a lot of money flowing in. There's Ethereum ETFs that's coming out, right? So there's just a whole lot of money and interest that's flowing into Ethereum right now. Plus, there's a whole bunch of ETH that's staked. I just created a video not too long ago talking about that, where you look at DeFi. There's a ton of ETH that's locked in DeFi projects. There's a ton of ETH that's locked in the new Beacon chain. So when you combine all all the ETH that's staked, and you have a lot of institutional money coming in, that's a perfect That's a perfect scenario, right? And plus, if EIP 1559 gets approved in July, which will actually introduce token burning based on usage, that would be like the trifecta, right? Like the best of everything, basically. So, can this happen though, right? Can Ethereum keep going up and up and up and possibly flip Bitcoin? If you look at the overall dominance of the two, Bitcoin has fallen even more, 43.7%. Ethereum dominance is nearing 20%, 19.6%. So the gap is closing really, really fast. But here's the thing. We have seen this before. This is not new. The dollar amounts are new. We're in all-time high territory, so you can't argue that. But in terms of this dominance thing, we have seen that. So let's go back. Let's go back to 2017 because the same scenario happened before. Bitcoin dominance was sky high, 80-something%. And then you could see that during beginning to mid 2017, Bitcoin dominance started coming down. That's this orange line. You could clearly see it started falling drastically. And guess what? This dark blue line, that's Ethereum dominance. And you could clearly see how it rose up really, really, really fast. And at peak for Ethereum dominance, it was at 31%. And the low for Bitcoin dominance was 37%. You could see the two were so close. So close. But guess what happened? Ethereum dominance started going down because Bitcoin started pumping. At that point, too, it did seem like Ethereum was going to flip Bitcoin. There was no doubt that Ethereum was gaining so fast, so fast, that around mid-2017, it almost seemed like, yeah, that was going to be the year where Ethereum or another altcoin or just another crypto would surpass Bitcoin and become number one, become the top dog. Right now, it's feeling like that again. You could see Bitcoin dominance going from like 70%, going down to 60%, and now it's going down, and you could see the blue line, which is Ethereum. Sorry, my camera cuts that off a little bit, but it's going up, right? And if you look at what's happening right now with the dominance, 43.7% versus 19.6%. So the two is closing in. So here's my ultimate, I guess, my answer to this, to the question, can Ethereum flip above Bitcoin? In my opinion, it won't happen, although I've been wrong many times. 60% of the time I'm right every time. I don't think it's going to happen because I think we're seeing what we saw in 2017. I think right now, because we are in altcoin season, mostly because Bitcoin has stalled and kind of like found this consolidation period of the last 2 months where Bitcoin has just been hovering around this 55 to 60,000. I do think a lot of retail money, they're bored, so they go into altcoins, right? So a lot of altcoins have been doing very, very well, especially the last 2-3 months. So right now, I see it's kind of similar to 2017 because in 2017, Bitcoin had many periods where it was flat. It did not move, and retail interest got bored. So they went into altcoins until Bitcoin started pumping once again. Until the big whales and the big dogs started saying, hey, you know what? Let's start moving Bitcoin. Let's start buying Bitcoin, right? So the very same thing can happen. When Bitcoin starts pumping and pumps so hard, it actually eats the liquidity from the altcoins. We have seen many times, especially the second half of 2017, when Bitcoin rose, altcoins actually drained. You would see double-digit losses on altcoins while Bitcoin went up double digits. There was many times that has happened in 2017. So I would not rule that out in 2021. Although there's a lot more money now at stake. There's a lot more money in Ethereum. There's a lot more money in altcoins. But market psychology, the mentality of retail investors really hasn't changed. So if Bitcoin starts pumping up and if altcoins start getting stagnant or starts going down, you could see a mass outflow from altcoins and into Bitcoin just like 2017. So in my opinion, we're seeing right now the same thing happened as 2017 where Bitcoin stalls and the dominance goes down because a lot of people are bored or they're looking for cheaper alternatives. They're getting to altcoins, but once Bitcoin starts moving up again, which I do believe will continue on because of institutional adoption and awareness and all these things and fears of inflation still, none of those things have changed. And I think when Bitcoin starts really moving again, it will continue its dominance, but in the meantime, it can get very, very close. It can get very close. They could both be in a 30 percentile in the near future. And if that happens, that means Bitcoin will probably still stay the same, stay right around where it is, but Ethereum could be at 7,000, 8,000, 9,000, closing in at 10,000. So recently I created a video about Ethereum being at 8,000 in July for many reasons. If Bitcoin continues to consolidate at this period and Ethereum continues to go up, let's say it does go up to 8,000 by July, the Bitcoin dominance and ETH dominance will be very similar, both in the 30 percentiles, and that'll be really, really interesting. And guess what? By July, that's exactly the point when Bitcoin started pumping in 2017. Right around July timeframe is when Bitcoin started going up, while the first half of the year, it did shoot up and then it just went sideways. So it's history doesn't really repeat or always repeat, but it tends to rhyme, and it's very, very similar now to before. So I guess we'll just have to see. Either way, if you're diversified, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter because you're going to win either way. If Bitcoin pumps up, you're going to win. If Ethereum pumps up, you're going to win. If altcoins pump up, you're going to win. So this is key. That's why you want to be diversified. Follow that 50-25-25 rule, which means 50% of Bitcoin, 50% altcoins. So you're going to win either way. So that's my opinion of it. Hopefully it's right. Even if it's wrong, it's still good. So right or wrong, it's good. All right, now moving on. Let's. What else is there? I want to cover? I don't really want to cover this. I really don't, but I feel like I have to because too many suckers are getting into this project. And I'm not talking about Dogecoin. I'm talking about the imitator Shiba Inu, which has pumped up even more because of Binance. Binance decided to list Shiba, and it made it pump up another 146%. And you know what? This is bad. I know people associate like Shiba saying, it's the same thing of Doge, and if Doge could go up so much, so can Shiba. No, this is really not the same. Doge has been around forever, for multiple years, and they never promised. They never created something to promise riches. They created it as a joke, and it just took off. But now Shiba was created for different purposes. They call it an experiment, but really it's a big money grab, and they created it to be a big money grab. And unfortunately, because of Doge's popularity, something like Shiba has caught on fire. And now when you have exchange listings like Binance, the biggest exchange in the world, they decide to add them. This is what happens. Shiba is now a big cap. This is bad. This is going to be really, really bad. When the people do start dumping, especially the founders, it's going to crash so hard. It's going to make a big dent, I think, when it happens. Okay, when I mean big dent, I mean the entire market could be affected because of how fast and how hard it could fall. And this is a one time where I really, really, really disagree with CZ because he posted this. And said, hey, some have voiced concerns about Shiba listing. We follow users. There's a large amount of users demanding it to the point where we ran out of ETH deposit addresses. Never happened before with any other ERC20 token, not endorsing it, super high risk, NFA. Okay? How I'm interpreting this is, okay, I don't care if you guys get wrecked by it. I don't care it's a scam project. I'm just going to list it because it's popular and people want to make money from it. That's how I'm interpreting this, and this is the wrong move, CZ. You're classier in this. I get you want to follow where the money is, but he knows himself that this is a scam project. This is a super high risk project. There will be many people that get burned from this. And you could even see it with this innovation zone. Usually Binance lists out projects that are promising and tells you like what's good about the project, right? You look through this, there's nothing. There's nothing that they listed. Nothing. The only thing they said, it's a meme coin similar to Dogecoin, and that's it. At the time of this running, the top 1, 2, and 5 wallets hold 50%, 7, and 3 of the total supply, right? So there's nothing that they could say about Shiba because it's an absolute shitcoin. So I have to mention it because I know so many people talk about it and so forth. This is getting out of hand. This is really getting out of hand. Do not get in it because when it dumps, it's going to be the biggest dump that we have seen, even bigger than BitConnect. For those of you guys that remember, BitConnect also made it into the top 10. And then it crashed to non-existence because it was a scam. This will be the same thing. So I just have to warn you guys. I have a big problem with CZ with the tweet like this. Like, because basically he knows he shouldn't be doing this, but he's chasing the gains. And that's just a bad way to go, especially if you're the biggest exchange out there. He should really come out and say, we made a mistake and we're going to delist Shiba. I mean, that's really what he should say. All right. Now, moving on. Said a lot there. It's really that, that's really it. But there's a few of my sponsors I want to talk about. Number one is Benchmark Protocol. Now, they just went through a certification audit once again. Cert K is basically the biggest player in the game. Benchmark Protocol is a stablecoin, a stablecoin project that's pegged to the SDR, and they're coming out with a P2P marketplace. They've been talking about that for quite a bit, but they have just had Cert K certified, meaning that they looked at the smart contracts, looked at the code, and it does seem like it's good, and they passed it. And this is the second time they have done so. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. They've been talking about this P2P marketplace, but onboarding projects that will participate in it. So it's going to be like a very different DeFi marketplace, and we'll see how it is afterwards. All right. Now, in addition, Kucoin has just listed another project that people have asked me about, and that is Dfinity. Dfinity is now listed. It's under the symbol ICP. And Dfinity is the Internet Computer's world's first blockchain that runs at web speed with unlimited capacity, a blockchain computer that scales smart contract computation data, processes and stores data efficiently, and gives developer power software frameworks, enables complete reimagination of how services operate online. Okay, so I don't know too much about Dfinity, but it seems like they are a very fast blockchain that is meant to handle a tremendous amount of workloads. That's what it sounds like. I don't know anything beyond that, but Kucoin does have them listed. All right, and lastly, before getting to Q&A, I want to bring up my new channel sponsor, which I think some of you guys have heard me talk about because I did a segment before with them, and also their logo's on the screen, and that's eMoney. eMoney, another stablecoin project, but very, very, very different. They're concentrating on stablecoins not pegged to the dollar. Every single, seems like, besides Benchmark, every single stablecoin maker seems to be pegging to the US dollar. But you know what eMoney is not? They're pegging to different currencies, including the euro, Swiss franc, Swedish krona, Norwegian krone, and a Danish krone, among others. So they are a stablecoin maker, and they're backing each stablecoin with bonds and with the underlying fiat. And here's the thing. It's actually interest bearing. So they actually take the interest of what they're making and actually put it back into the stablecoin. So the stablecoins actually increase value over time. And eMoney is, they have a promising blockchain. So they're not just a protocol. They are a blockchain that's built with the Cosmos SDK. And they recently came out their Ethereum bridge. So which means now ERC20 tokens is available on eMoney's blockchain. And they have partnered up with several other blockchains like Avalanche. So when they're ready, they're going to be launching these stable coins on Avalanche, and they're working with other projects as well. So that is e-money in a nutshell, but very promising. I'm going to be covering their stories, their news updates as time goes on. And lastly, I did cover this yesterday. My TikTok channel is up. Only 729 followers. You guys need to, every one of you guys, 283,000 subscribers should get on TikTok and follow me there. I'm going to have a lot more shorter videos, different content that will be on TikTok. And I know you guys are all on TikTok. Don't pretend like you're not. So follow me on TikTok. I'll be creating new videos on there as well. All right, guys. That's pretty much it. Yeah, let's just do some Q&A. Someone's asking me, why is Uniswap not moving? Uniswap, you know, the V3 was shilled a long time ago. They pre-announced what was coming. And at that announcement time, it pumped up. But obviously, people already knew what was coming. It's not going to pump after the news comes out, right? So it's one of those things like you got the gains before already. But Uniswap is still a big dog. They're not going to go away anytime soon. Arguably, they are the biggest AMM by market cap. So yeah, I think they're not going to go anyway. I mean, I still like Uniswap quite a lot. Akashe, except Bitcoin and Ethereum and all their altcoins, after taking out initial profits, do we stay invested, leave a percentage, or exit 100% of the bear market? It really depends on your situation. A lot of people tend, when they take profits, they still leave some and let it ride, right? As long as they take out the initial investment, they took out gains, they let a little bit ride in case it keeps going. Some people take it out all completely, but then usually that happens. You regret if things continue to go forward. Now, if you're entering bear market, of course, the more you take out, the better. But it's really hard to time that. So that's why I said that at the end of the year, we'll see if fundamentally anything changes in the market, then we can reevaluate. But right now, I don't think we're anywhere close to top. Thoughts on PanterSwap? Yeah, I haven't looked at them yet. I know people talk about them, but I haven't looked at them. There's a lot of new AMMs. I'm not really hyped up on them because the leaders are the ones that's really doing well, like Pancake and Uniswap. Even like something like Sushi Swap is not doing well anymore. So, right now I say stick with the leaders. Do you think Kucoin token is a good buy? I love Kucoin. I use them all the time. If you can't get on Binance, you should get on Kucoin because really they have all the tokens. So I do think as more and more people get in, the value of KCES will go up. So yeah, I do like them. VeChain or Litecoin for most gains this month. That's hard. But I do like VeChain a lot better. But I did create a video yesterday about Litecoin, saying that it's a time to get in because they have not pumped up for quite some time, and their Litecoin to Bitcoin dominance is also flipping. Looks like it's right at that peak, so they can't be moving very far. But VeChain, on the other hand, they're so undervalued. I think they have unlimited potential. So your best bet is just to split it. Brendan, I just got done talking on VeChain. It has quite a lot. Don't worry, its time will come. On Federal Reserve, seems like they're doing something interesting things in the DeFi space. I forgot what they were doing. I have looked at the project before, but just don't remember what they were doing. Banking SaaS company built on blockchain technology. Our banking products are designed for U.S. Treasury charter banks and non-bank lenders. Yeah, I have seen this before. It's just not for me. This seems like a project that's a banking solution that's just built on top of the blockchain. But I'm not a bank, so I don't. It doesn't really interest me at all. Marcel, Ian Melania has not been relevant for many, many years. He's really going on about liquidity. I don't know. I don't know why he's going on with it, but I have seen it before. Interest-free liquidity at your fingertips. Borrow LUSD at interest. So it's another DeFi. Yeah, so this is a DeFi project where there's no fees. You just have to put down collateral and 110% for collateral, but there's no fees charged. So I don't know. I don't advise anyone to borrow against their crypto. It's not gonna end well. So I don't like it. Surin. Oh, I gotta go. I got a Tesla maintenance that they just showed up, so I gotta go. All right, sorry, I can't look at Surin real quick. Picked up Litecoins, yes. Yeah, that was a good move. Great. Anything else? Mara, Riot, yeah. You know, Wall Street continues to hammer Bitcoin-related companies, so it's a problem. But eventually, it will loosen up. All right, guys, that's it. So hopefully you enjoyed this stream. Can Ethereum flip Bitcoin? In my opinion, no, but it could come really, really close. It's really mimicking 2017, and I guess we'll see what happens. All right, thanks for tuning in. As always, smash the like, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and stay tuned for my tonight's video at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time.